Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. I hope you're having a good week. There's been a lot of talk about the stoppage of Josh Warrington by Leigh Wood. A lot of people are saying that they don't agree with it. They felt the referee made a mistake, acted prematurely. Some people are saying no, the ref saved Warrington from further punishment. So, I mean, I know, Sonny Edwards feels it was premature. Nick Ball gave an interview where he mentioned he thought it was a premature stoppage. Look, I'm sort of in the middle because maybe I'm 55, 45, thinking it was perhaps a little bit premature. The bell had gone. And I don't know whether Warrington was aware of the bell going when he walked back to the corner and he was facing his corner man. That suggests he perhaps did know the bell had gone because he was like, okay, I've got a minute to recover. And then he turned around and the referee was waving it off. Yeah, it does look, in the cold light of day, it does look like you can call it a mistake. But if you look at the after effects of the fight, Warrington, I mean, a couple of minutes later, he was hanging on the top rope. I mean, he was able to stand, but of course, being able to stand up and being able to fully know where you are, not being concussed and knowing how to defend yourself and, for all those instincts to kick in and for you to be compos mentis in order to fight on, that's a different thing. I do feel, with the benefit of hindsight, the referee should have maybe let him sit down, let the referee, let the corner do their thing, maybe 40 seconds into the minute, check on, keep an eye on him, keep checking on him, review the situation when he stands up, maybe tell him to take a step forward. Do you know what I mean? It's easy to be wise after the event, and I would rather see a fight, stop too soon. I hate saying that because fights shouldn't be stopped too soon, but I'd rather see that. Sometimes in life and sometimes in boxing, the choice is between worse and even worse. And let's cast our minds back to when Kiko Martinez flattened Kid Galahad. Well, clearly Galahad, the minute he was knocked down heavily at the end of the round. He had a minute, he didn't recover, he didn't seem to know where he was, his eyes were glazed. He came out and he got absolutely starched within seconds. I would rather see a stoppage that's slightly premature, or shall we say a little bit debatable, rather than a fighter risk permanent damage like that. Because when Galahad hit the floor after that bell to start the round, I thought, Jesus Christ, if he's not badly injured, he's lucky. And I don't want to see the same happening to Warrington. Yeah, for obvious reasons. Do any of us want to see a fighter, seriously injured? I mean, Warrington was boxing really well, really intelligently. He's refined that sort of marauding come forward style, and unlike his previous fight against Lopez, even though I gave Leigh Wood the first two rounds, I know some people gave one to Leigh Wood and one to Josh Warrington. Nevertheless, I thought he generally speaking, he started quicker, and he seemed to be sort of having a look at Wood and trying to find the range, and you could almost see the cogs whirring. And it was a very, very impressive performance by Warrington, right up to the point where he got chinned. Be a rematch. I don't care whether, I think it should be at the higher weight, because I really think that Wood's performance, probably, I don't know this for certain, but I don't want to take anything away from Warrington's performance, because it was a great performance, but I do feel that Wood has been so tight at the weight for the last three fights, and that was kind of echoed by Ben Davison. So, definitely Warrington deserves a rematch, and if it's at 130, that's fine by me. Super feather, no problem at all. No, I don't think Warrington would be that fussed at what weight it is. He just wants the rematch. And he's earned it. I think he's earned it. Even though he was a challenger for the title, even though he lost his previous fight to Lopez, I think Josh Warrington has got something left. He's younger. Don't forget, he's younger than Leigh Wood by, is it 3 years? Is he 32 and Wood's 35? Wood should be a better fighter at super feather because he'll have his punch resistance should be a little bit better. He should have more energy. He should be sharper. All those things that come when you're not boiling yourself dangerously low to a particular weight. But who's to say Warrington won't be better at 130? He's spent his whole career at feather. So a move up, I think, is ideal for both men. We probably won't see the rematch. If I had to guess, I'd say probably Hearn is going to put Wood in with Joe Cordina, an all British barn burner. Okay, well, how about Wood gets the winner? Because there's enough controversy there for me to think, okay, we need to run it back, and this is the thing about boxing. I mean, this is why we love boxing. It's kind of like the equivalent of a football team winning 5-0 with 2 minutes to go, and then they lose 6-5. Just by scoring like one magic goal, one magic kick, one magic punt up the field, and suddenly that 5-0 deficit becomes a winning margin. This is the thing about boxing. So I don't think it's controversial because Warrington was winning and Wood pulled it out the fire. I just think the stoppage itself warrants a bit of a review, and let's put this to bed with a rematch. Will it happen? Not in the immediate future. But you know what? Warrington did not look like a fighter who was finished. He did not look like a guy who was, ready to be put out of pasture. And I really think he deserves another, bite of the cherry, so to speak. For Wood, though, the Indian summer, the fairy tale, the Cinderella man thing goes on. Hard to believe he was losing to Jazza Dickens and getting stopped by, is it Gavin McDonald stop him? Well. But anyway, just my take on the so-called controversy. Leave your comments below. And yeah, we'll have a chat about it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button and spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. And bye for now.